The world champions, Madison Chock and Evan Bates, the husband and wife team. They get the audience to their feet. So in this very difficult to decide ice dance competition, it'd be interesting to see the applause-ometer for who the IG Hall would have in the standings.
Gosh, you know, two incredible teams, or more than two incredible teams, so closely paired together. You can't really see the difference. It's difficult for people.
Well, when I'm watching this versus Laurence and Guillaume, I see very different strengths. And that's where the judges have to know every inch of their criteria to stand by their scoring. Because Madison and Evan have a whole repertoire and vocabulary of difficult movement and transitional content that they can piece together. They can do stuff as a partnership with all those years of choreographies that Laurence and Guillaume couldn't do in their very early stages of their partnership. You know, some of the tricks, some of the couples transition content is so cool and so difficult. If I go though to the skating skills, the French team have more flow and more glide. That is their strength comparatively. And if I take this element, there's not as much speed and ice coverage as that of the others. So that, you know, I can see with each element, if the judges are to go element by element, they could have very different results really for each element for these two teams, because they have very different strengths. So there are 5 elements and 3 components.
Well, as the scores are coming in, which we can see on our screen, well, 2 of the elements were under review, but they've been cleared now. But it's ever so close. It's just incredible.
And for the sport, which I love and care for, that's great that this is a competition heading into the Olympic Winter Games. I mean, Madison and Evan as 3-time world champions, they probably wouldn't like it to be a competition. They like to remain dominant. And what makes it all the more exciting and thrilling is that they're training partners. They see each other in training all the time too.
Well, 84.77 is their season's best. They have a 93.91 personal overall best. I won't see that score here, but it might be a new season's best with an 88.74, and they take the lead.
Well, and that's the first matchup. That is the first time that these two teams have come head-to-head, and Madison and Evan, after day 1, come out by over a point on top, which, in ice dance, a point's, that's okay. For them, that's pretty decent.
Not a small amount. Wow.